What up, Brix Squad? Thanks for clicking on today's video. Today, I have my man, Nat Pillmore, aka We. Inside joke.
That's right.
But anyway, today, first and foremost, this man has already changed my life, and I'm here to collaborate with him on some content, some financial content. He's helping me make the second most important transformation of my life, and that's with my finances. And he has a YouTube channel that I'm pretty sure you guys can get a lot of value from. All the information will be in the description below. Really quick, give him 30 seconds about what you do.
I like to consider myself a cash flow master, guys, so it's all about this here. We like to have as much money left over at the end of the month, and I show people ways that they've never seen before on how they can achieve that completely legally without giving up all the things they love. So this isn't about budgeting. This is about maximizing how we bank and borrow so that we can live a life with as many assets as possible and as many streams of income as possible with as little debt as possible by using our credit the right way.
Cool. So he's my cash flow coach, and in exchange, I'm going to be his health coach. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you guys how I set up his macros and calculate how many calories he should be taking in, and just kind of give him an initial evaluation and some steps to take in order to improve his physique.
I need it, man. I need the one-on-one. I'm great at following instructions, and I'm not as great as a student.
Yeah.
So I'm a great apprentice. I'll do what you tell me to do. I feel like I'm really coachable.
Yeah.
Just never been great at school studying, so I want that one-on-one.
Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up his macros, and I'll go to a screen share really quick, and we pull up the macro calculator. This is my favorite calculator. This is the one I found to be the most accurate if it fits your macros. So we'll go ahead and just plug his information in. 39. Yep, he's 6'2". Let's just go with that. Mm-hmm. I think, honestly, where we should start is at 2 days a week.
Okay.
And you still incorporate your sports activities, okay, but I think that's a realistic and a manageable place to start.
Okay.
Okay. So let's just say 3 for the sake of adding one of your sports sessions in as a workout. All right. Let's just hypothetically for right now.
Okay.
All right. So let's say 60 minutes, moderate. All right. So this is right here. 2,142 calories. This is suggested calorie amount based on all of his statistics.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, so that's.
And this isn't your product, right?
No, this is not my product.
This is somebody else's macro calculator.
Yes.
This is just your favorite.
Yeah, this is the one I found to be the most accurate.
Okay.
Okay, because normally if you plug it, what I used to do is take the top 3 popular calculators, and then I will take an average.
Okay.
But it always seems to come out to
this.
Exactly
so this is just
one.
simplification.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so now the next step, and honestly, I don't want you to focus too much on macros in the beginning. Right now, I want you to focus on tracking your calories just to gain some calorie awareness, just so you know how much you're putting into your body. I think for you, the issue is not going to be overeating like it is for most people.
No, I'm a grazer. I eat too little.
Yeah, which is almost as bad.
Yeah, and that's what I'm starting to realize.
Yeah.
Right, I've always kind of hung my hat on that, like, oh well, it's going to be hard for me to get fat, even though I'm starting to get the dad bod at 39. I've always been thinking that eating less is helping contribute to keeping that more curbed.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's
what does TD mean?
TDE is
TDE.
total daily energy expenditure.
Okay.
Right.
So this is basically telling me if this, then that, right?
Yep.
So if this, then that. If I want to bulk up and add muscle, I'm looking at 2772.
Yep.
And can you help explain to me exactly what macros are? Okay,
so macros are basically the percentage. So for instance, you're going to have to consume 2,100 calories. Mm-hmm. So macros, so carbs, fats, proteins, they all have a specific calorie count per gram. So for instance, fats has 9 grams per. I'm sorry, 9 calories per gram. Proteins and carbs both have 4 calories per gram.
Oh wow.
So the macros is basically the percentage of the types of calories broken down into those 3 different categories that makes up the entire amount of calories that you're eating for the day.
And so this is something that I do obviously each meal, right?
Yeah. So when you track, I like to use MyFitnessPal. That's my favorite calorie tracker.
Okay.
And when you input whatever you're eating into the app, it'll automatically calculate it for you.
So I just download it into my phone.
Yep.
And I just pop in whatever the specific food I'm eating is, and it'll automatically
calculate your macros.
Okay. All right.
And I'll show you that as well.
MyFitnessPal.
Yep. All right. So now, when it comes to setting macros, I'm gonna set your macros now. Again, I don't want you to focus too much on tracking macros. I want you to, in the beginning, just focus on hitting your calorie target.
Okay.
Let's not complicate it too much in the beginning. Let's try to keep it as simple as possible.
Okay.
Just so you have an idea, once we do start tracking macros, what to look for, I'll pull up the Transformation Jumpstart program. To set the macros, in the beginning, it's a guess, because every person's body is different. The best educated guess is to use your body type to determine what your macro split should be. All right, so there's three body types. There's the ectomorph, the mesomorph, the endomorph. Now, let's first determine what your body type is. I would say you're somewhere in between an ectomorph and a mesomorph, right? So
I think I would have been ectomorph probably most of my childhood, right? Pretty lean, skinny kid. And then mesomorph, as I start to kind of fill out, really more probably.
But you're naturally just probably
lean
ectomorph. So let's go with the stats for ectomorph, right? So ectomorphs, they can tolerate more carbs.
Right, makes sense.
Yeah, they don't store as much body fat.
Totally.
And so we'll start you off at 50% carbs, 30% proteins, 20% fats. So let's log you into, I'll just use my account for now. All right, so look, going to, what was it,
22 something?
2142. So we're gonna put 2142 in here.
So what if I want to bulk? I've got to go higher though, right?
Yeah,
I got to go
if
to
you want to
27.
bulk.
I mean, I want a physique here, bro. I'm trying to live long, but I want to look like a supermodel.
All right. Okay. So cool. Maybe, and I should have clarified your exact goals a little bit better. So
everybody, I want everybody.
Pardon me.
I want what everyone wants. Supermodel status.
So with that being said, I honestly would probably start you off at maintenance, right? Which is more around here.
Split the difference between the two.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
Because it's already probably going to be challenging for you to get to 21.
I know, man. I was nervous about that. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to start eating.
No. All right. But I think it's important for you to have a number goal. That way you can, like I said, start developing the calorie awareness. You'll know, okay, I'm not eating
That's
enough.
easy to remember too. Or just shoot right at the 2,500 and
let's
some
do
change.
That.
And okay.
Let's
all right, good.
All right. So we're going to set his goal for 2,500. And of course, with the increased activity, you're going to start working out twice a week. You'll need more
I'll be hungry.
Yeah, you'll need more calories.
Carbs, I think, is said 50%, right, for my body type.
50, yep. And then I think your fats were, what was that? Yep. 30% protein, 20% fats. It breaks it down. So let's zoom in right here. So this is your goal. You're gonna hit 2,500 calories, 313 grams of carbohydrates, 56 grams of fat, 188 grams of protein. Now, this is a guesstimation, right? So a big part of getting your macros dialed in properly is experimenting, right? Okay. So you have to pay attention to how you feel, right. how strong you feel, how well you're sleeping, okay. how well you're performing in the gym. You know, all of these things are signs that let you know if you have your macros or your calories dialed in correctly. So paying attention is super important, and it's trial and error.
Okay.
You know, obviously.
And how long, what's a kind of a realistic duration of experimenting with this before I'm really going to get some kind of concrete evidence? Is it weeks or are we talking months?
I would say at least 3 weeks. At least 3 weeks, sometimes more.
Okay.
And sometimes you can feel it quicker than that. But for instance, your challenge is going to be eating more, right? So if you're shooting for 2,500, the first day you eat 2,500 calories, and you're like, bro, I feel sick.
Right, exactly.
Then we know, okay, we can't start you off trying to get you to 2,500 calories. We got to start you off maybe at 2,200.
And just gradually
and then
get
gradually, reverse diet.
Okay.
So, and I take that approach with all aspects of this. You don't want to do anything to shock your body too much. You don't want to do anything to inconvenience your lifestyle too much, especially if the goal is to make this a habit for the rest of your life.
Without question. And it's tough because I'm a really busy entrepreneur and I've got a billion things happening just like you as an entrepreneur. It does feel somewhat inconvenient. And because health isn't my focus, just like wealth would feel a little inconvenient if that wasn't somebody's focus. So I'm ready to work into that and I'm ready to take it seriously. As far as like getting the proper plan in place for the gym, what would be the best place to start with a routine? So with you,
I would start off with the basic compound exercises, right? Because your goal, you want to get stronger, you want to put on some muscle mass, and there's no better way to do that than through compound exercises.
Is there a compound exercises routine that you refer people to that
absolutely
you would recommend?
My 12-week Transformation Jumpstart program is full of compound exercise routines.
Okay. Yep. So you'll guide me to that and then just start following it one at a time?
Exactly.
Okay. It's twice a week there, at least once a week out doing my normal sports cardio.
So we just got to monitor. We got to see, when your calories are set to this amount and you're exercising and you're doing this many sessions a week, let's see how your body responds, and then we'll adjust from there.
Okay.
But the key right now is to get you on a schedule and just start you off at a pace that we'll be able to sustain.
Okay.
I don't want it to disrupt your schedule too much. I don't want it to disrupt your lifestyle too much, because that's gonna work against you when trying to make this a long-term thing.
If I can't do it with a gym in the building and a grocery store in the building,
then
I mean, how much more convenient does it get?
And I know that his goals don't necessarily align with a lot of the people's goals who are watching this right now, but I just wanted to share with you guys this process, setting up your macros, finding out how many calories you should be consuming, because that part alone is one of the most important parts.
And it's universal. It doesn't matter what your goals are, right?
This is
just getting started.
Yep. So, and as you can see, this thing gives you a breakdown of whatever your goals may be. If your goal is weight loss, it shows it right here, how many calories you should be consuming. If your goal is to bulk and add muscle, it shows it right there in the third column.
They even put reckless in here. That's crazy.
And that's what most people want to do.
They're just going for the maximum.
Yeah. And
is that healthy?
No, it's not. It's terrible.
And because you went this path.
Yeah, I did.
So you went straight reckless with it, and you wouldn't even recommend this to anyone.
No, I would not.
Man, what a great experience to have that.
Yeah.
And you got to listen to the guy, don't go out there and repeat the mistakes.
Yeah, because I made them all. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please leave the video a big thumbs up. Make sure you guys go check out his channel, VIP Financial Ed, right?
That's right. You guys subscribe. It's all free content.
It's
give you
great
free
stuff.
Coaching. It's an incredible life changer if you want money with your overall health.
Yeah, I found his channel looking for guidance in that area, and boy, oh boy, have I found it. So,
1 month later, he's standing here
right
in Colorado.
Exactly. So go check his stuff out. Again, like I said, leave the video a big thumbs up. And as always, guys, I'm just trying to share the wellness with y'all. So get well and get money with this guy.
Later, Brix Squad.
Later.